Hey friends, how you doing? Think it's time I give my take on Saquon Barkley and this big race to catch Eric Dickerson this weekend? And will it happen? Won't it happen? Should it happen? All that good stuff. So first and foremost, I would like to say that if he gets it, I don't care that it took an extra game. We're at 17 games now. We know all of the season-long records are going to get broken. We've already seen individual team season records getting broken, and it's just going to keep going. And we're going to get to 18 probably in the playing lifetime of some of the guys who are on the field today. So, listen, that's what's going to happen. I'm okay with it. Everybody's got to be okay with it. And this is not a sport that has been locked into 162 games for a very, very long time. All right? So, okay. Asterisk, got it. Now, will he and should he? It's 101 yards. It's not a huge number of yards, especially if the team is going to go ahead and be like, that's our goal. Run first, pass later. And so if that was the situation they were in, I know he can get there. But the question is, should he, or more importantly, should the team? And I've heard a lot of people come out and say, or not a lot, some people come out and say that if he wants it, his linemen will make sure that they are around him to give it to him. The team will be there for him. So if Saquon wants it, they will get it. My concern is usually a team in this sort of situation will play a half of a football game. They've gotten the best seed they can get. They'll play for the first half and go on. Sit the guys in the second half and let things fall where they may. This seems to be a pretty common way of sort of preventing injury. I don't know what the numbers are about teams that do sit, don't sit, before a bye, no bye, those sort of things. I'm personally in favor of the half game, but again, without data, I'm talking out my ass. The real issue is if they go half a game, he's not going to get there. Why? Because that's not what this team does. That's not how our Eagles play. They play grinded out, old school sort of football with the run game. Where, remember what? He's like the number 8, 7, 6, 5th running back in the NFL. In the second half yards alone, we saw it last week even against the Cowboys. It was like, oh, he's not going to even get to the 144 he needs to average, and goes ahead and passes it up nicely, gets to 2K. So as soon as they sat him last week, I kind of thought they were not going to chase the record. They'll probably play half of football, hopefully get Hurts back, let him play, let him see some game action, play the kind of game that they want to play for the first half of a football game, and then let it go out. So I'm guessing he's going to fall just short. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping that they play into the second half until he gets 101 yards and then pull all the starters. Like that should be the moment when they pull the starters, or that drive should be the last drive for the starters. So we'll see what happens. So my hope is he gets it. It'd be nice to see a guy you root for get a great thing. It'd be nice to do against the Giants. Let him go. And that's another thing I haven't mentioned. The Giants. The players on the Giants. They are there to play. They're going to play their best. But they're also going to play their best against a guy who represents everything their franchise has done wrong to them, the players. So, where they're going to be mentally is going to be very interesting. We saw them win last week because it's the NFL. It's not for long league, and you better be out there proving yourself every week. But it's also a guy that a lot of these players have a strong, positive, emotional connection to. They're not angry at him for leaving. They understand what was going on. They respect him wanting to get paid, and they don't care as much about these rivalries as ownership and fans do. So that may help. Maybe a missed tackle here, a missed tackle there. And not even something that you could point at the player, look, he missed it, just up here. So go Barkley. I'm rooting for you, bro. Take care, friend.